Zuma's MKP hoping to make inroads into the Western Cape. In Cape Town, hot off the heels of the uMkhonto weSizwe party's MK poaching of former EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu, the Jacob Zuma-led party has now trained its eyes on the Western Cape. Earlier this week, local media personality and community activist Faizal Sayed announced that he had joined the MKP to serve as the party's deputy Western Cape spokesperson. Sayed had, as recently as the May 29th elections, stood as the Western Cape Premier candidate for the allied Movement for Change AM4C party, which, when all votes were tallied, received just 5,214 votes in the province. Sayed joined the MKP after discussions with MKP Western Cape co-ordinator Faizel Moosa, South Africa's former ambassador to Qatar. In the statement, Moosa said, "We welcome CDE Faizal Sayed to MK Party in the Western Cape. Just like in Parliament, the MKP is attracting expertise to its core that will make it a force to be reckoned with as we move towards 2026. Sayed brings with him a large support base, his own expertise in the media and communications environment, and his energetic personality." MKP Province spokesperson Misa Mahangu said the party in the Western Cape was increasingly massively claiming that their membership in the province had reached 200,000 members. The party, however, has zero representation in the provincial legislature or City of Cape Town Council caucus. Mahangu said the party would be contesting in the by-election in Ward 17 in Stellenbosch on August 28 for the first time. "That is why we're confident we were robbed of votes. We are more than the number we had before elections. Many people joined manually and electronically. We still updated membership with the national office. Many are joining from different political formations, prominent figures and branch leaders," said Mahangu. On Monday night, EFF leader Julius Malema sought to close the ranks following the high-profile exit of Shivambu and EFF MP Mzwanele Manyi last week. The EFF in the Western Cape said it did not view the MK as a threat, but rather an ally in its bid to unseat the DA. Aisha Kasim, the EFF Western Cape's provincial treasurer and MPL, said, "Our focus in the Western Cape is to unseat the Democratic Alliance and their alliance partners and to ensure that we reduce the votes of the coalition partners of the DA. We continue to grow in all areas and have registered massive growth in most wards across the province in the 2024 election, including wards where we struggled to get votes previously. Cape Town was the best performing metro for the EFF in this election. The MK could help further reduce the vote of the DA and their coalition partners in the Western Cape." In Sayed, the MKP welcomes a previous member of the Al-Jamaa party, joining its formative years before leaving in 2009. After a 15-year break from politics, he joined AM4C. At AM4C, in addition to being the party's premier candidate in the Western Cape, Sayed was responsible for the media and communications and formed part of the executive structure. Sayed said many had left the AM4C, including all key leadership. "So many of us had left for the party because we needed to join a vehicle that was moving and progressively moving, and that's the reason why we left. For me, it was looking at another vehicle to meet the ends of which I set out personally for myself. And that was to continue fighting for the rights of people in terms of poverty and various other things. I have a major issue with the poor becoming poorer, and it's just an internal focus for me. I have a major issue against Zionism and the tactics of Zionism, and so it was the next move, a party that's able to deal with those things, being part of the Progressive Caucus." Effectively, AM4C President Mansour Shaikh Imam is not able to comment on the matter at the moment. He has had a heart attack recently. I have had no contact with him since prior to the operation. He still remains in hospital from what we understand, and we have no contact with him, and in his interest and in his medical interest, he is not being briefed or anything that is happening outside the party. Stellenbosch University senior political analyst Amanda Gauss said the MKP's popularity, particularly in KwaZulu-Natal, was no exaggeration, but claims that its membership in the Western Cape had reached 200,000 were not backed up by the party's electoral support in the province, where it received only 15,766 votes. Meanwhile, South Africans push for Ndlozi to leave the cult of EFF and Malema's dictatorial rule. As the economic freedom fighters EFF cope with not just undesirable elections results and now the void left by former ride-or-die Floyd Shivambu, Julius Malema has set the tone of what he thinks would be dissenters. In an impassioned speech, Malema made it clear that he is not afraid of a possible mass fight of members going to join other political parties. This follows the reveal that Ndlozi's wife, writer Mabato Monto, liked a post about the uMkhonto weSizwe party MKP by Shivambu. Chief among them, according to South African netizens, is one of the few remaining EFF juggernauts, Dr. Ndlozi. His silence amid the party's turmoil had opened a slew of rumors and speculation. Here is what some South Africans have to say on the matter. On Malema's speech, Emmanuel Munyai said on X, previously Twitter, that he wishes that Shivambu not utter a word in response and that Ndlozi should exit. As for Ndlozi, he should be packing his bags and leave after the disrespect directed to his wife. Malema just proved what Boy once said, wrote Munyai. I wish that Floyd Shivambu should not respond on what was said yesterday. It can create more unnecessary attention. As for Ndlozi, he should be packing his bags and leave after his disrespect direct to his wife. Malema just proved what Boy once said. Ndlozi, this leave now speech was directed to him, he posted on X. Ndlozi must just leave Malema and his slowly dying party. This leave now speech was directed to him. Dokozani Dokuhlu, on August 19, 2024, in the space of 4 days, Julius Malema revealed his true colors towards his brother, Floyd Shivambu. What now for Ndlozi? Mzansi Knight asked. Ex-usher Sfiso152 also commented, it's almost midday, Tuesday, August 20th, and Ndlozi continues to frustrate that dictator who wants him gone. Stay put, my leader. He is not going to dictate terms here. Raise his matter internally and watch him explode. However, Valencia Maseko posted on the microblogging platform that he did not expect the EFF leader to behave like a dictator. It's disheartening to see him spiraling out of control as an egomaniac. A person who is quick to expose others' secrets can be very dangerous, she posted. I didn't expect Julius Malema to behave like a dictator. Another ex-user, who goes to Bafana Surprise, added that the EFF is simply a cult and that supporters of the party need an intervention from God. However, Kapanataka disagrees and directs the cult allegations at the MKP instead. Anyone leaving the EFF for MK is basically a shallow opportunist. EFF actually stands for something. They have ideology. MK stands for nothing and is merely cult of personality vehicle for a disgraced corrupt politician, they wrote. In the meantime, National Assembly Speaker Toko Didiza defends Dr. John Slope's JSC appointment in court. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Toko Didiza, has defended the choice made by Parliament to appoint Dr. John Slope, the MP for the uMkhonto weSizwe Party MKP, to the Judicial Services Commission JSC. This comes amid the submitted an explanatory affidavit on Tuesday, August 19, to the High Court in response to the legal challenges concerning the National Assembly's decision to appoint Hlophe as one of its 6 representatives to the JSC. Hlophe is currently an MP for the MK party, which is led by former President Jacob Zuma. This legal action has been initiated by multi-organizations, including the Democratic Alliance DA, Corruption Watch, Freedom Under Law, and AfriForum, who have expressed concerns about the legitimacy of Hlophe's appointment. This decision has been controversial due to Hlophe's prior removal from his judicial position under Section 177 on the Constitution for gross misconduct. His election to Parliament and subsequent appointment to the JSC by the MKP have prompted legal scrutiny regarding the appropriateness of his appointment. In her affidavit, Ndlozi emphasized her impartial stance, stating the Speaker's role is limited to ensuring that the procedures followed in Parliament are in line with the Constitution and parliamentary rules. The designation of members of the JSC is primarily a political decision made by Parliament and reflects the majority view expressed during the vote. She further clarified that neither the Constitution nor parliamentary rules automatically disqualify Hlophe from serving on the JSC based on his prior judicial removal. Ndlozi also highlighted that all parliamentary actions, including Hlophe's designation, adheres to the established rules and procedures. There is no rule or constitutional provision explicitly barring a member of a parliament, including Hlophe, from being nominated to serve on the JSC, Ndlozi said. She emphasized that the review applications are contesting the wider parliamentary process rather than a decision rendered by the Speaker. Confident that the court's judgment will bring clarity to this unprecedented case, Ndlozi has ensured that all relevant information is before the court to facilitate a fair resolution. She remains committed to upholding the principles of the transparency, accountability, and the rule of law as the matter proceeds through the judiciary. And that's it from Egypt's network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.